here, ready to review Armant Smolensk, which I actually think is one of the finest demonstrations of systematic massacre um, of the AI I've ever seen. He, Armant redefines what farming means. He has almost 33,000 prestige. Um, I'm just not sure what to say about this scenario. He just brutally farms the map to the point that the AI can't spend. It has no prestige. Notice that he is increasing the number of level bombers he's using over time. The Air Force is very, very powerful in Armant's playthroughs. That's something Deductor believed in a very strong Air Force. Never thought about this, but these have one spotting, so that isn't in vision range. Right? Or does this have two spotting? What happens here? Does infantry attack? Look at this. He uses the train to accelerate, I think, an artillery piece. I'm always impressed with Armand's use of trains. He doesn't use he doesn't fly things that much, so there could potentially be improvements there. But he definitely knows how to use trains. Oh, does the T-34 come forward because it can take the Hex? Oh, it's on the river, so that's how you take out one of the T-34s. Okay. And then he uses the bridge engineer to allow him to cross. I am very impressed with his use of a bridge engineer. People underestimate the opportunities for using them. So he's crossed this bridge on turn 2 very successfully. And he's out of vision range, everything. So now he's crossing the river. Yeah, so on turn 2, he crossed the river at 3 different junctures successfully. And then he ships. This amazes me. This is really creative. It's historical, too, using the rail system to transport troops. So he's at the end of turn 3, he completely shatters the entire front line of all of those troops. And then he then begins the epic saga of hunting this conscript all over the map. It's fascinating because this is another tactic. If you have an empty major victory hex, if a unit can reach it, it will feel obligated to go to that hex and occupy it, then attack a weak unit. So the scout was sitting there in space, quite vulnerable to the tank, but the tank ignored the scout. That is Grandmaster level knowledge of the game with massive exploitation. You know, Soren and Goose and I don't use that tactic. And I think to play on ultimate mode, you need to use it. So this tank was damaged, so it didn't attack him. And then this was the only tank in range that could hit that hex. And that was a damaged tank as well. Just brilliant choreography. So he's finally booted it out. He's going to fully resupply. And he's going to get a lot of experience on Wernsberger and Rondorf. This is amazing. The shenanigans he pulls. I think these guys don't reinforce. Look at this. He crosses the bridge on turn 4. So that way he can start taking the hexes in the back. Ambush. So apparently attack +3 on an experienced Panzerjäger is enough to deter a T-34. I did not know that. Beautiful. He manages to get the airfield just in time for the level bomber. And he gets that airfield. So by taking that hex, he triggers the counterattack from the east faster, which allows him to mop it up. You're going to see a very efficient distribution of units here. A couple of units in the south to mop up what's in the back. Like, I think 3 units on the bridge. This is... I love it. It's all conscripts back here, so they can't see anything. So the AI overcommitted to the bridge and has no idea what's going on behind. Also, he's going to get that airfield, so he can easily resupply his planes. So now he has a surrender spot. And his bridge engineer is getting him a lot of prestige. I love this coordination. So it's turn 7, and he's already got a solid wall prepared for the final counteroffensive. Boom, plugs the gap with the tank. And then he begins the process of punting this conscript around. So yeah, this is crazy. He just rams right into them. I think that Katyusha's out of ammo now. And the Katyushas are basically crippled. So then he does something brilliant. He's going to use the scout to close behind them to force more surrenders. In case you thought there was no more room for surrenders. he keeps draining the AI prestige. It's a great idea to prevent him from buying things. You notice that he gets his scouts involved with surrenders. That's most of their combat. That's excellent prestige accumulation, and it's giving his scouts decent experience because they're like taking out units that are much stronger than them. And then look at this. He has exactly enough movement to pull that off. And then I think, yep. So he wipes out the entire counterattack from the east after 10 turns. Oh, but his shenanigans are not over. So I think that's his final level bomber. His final level bomber just got an attack +3. So his air force is ready to go. Did his I forgot, he's got like 6 paratroopers or something. I think most of his paratroopers now have attack +3. That's going to be very helpful for Streets of Moscow, for digging those infantry out. And then he's using the Panzer, he's using Rondorf up north to help him get surrenders as well. So Oladir is blocking the tanks from moving in. So he's borrowing my idea of hitting Smolensk in the back with a bridge engineer, and it's handled beautifully. I wonder, like, if Wernsberger got over 100 kills this battle. He's just been farming that guy. And then he gets another surrender. So he uses the bridge engineer to snipe. Oh, he's exploiting the fact that the units will go to the major hacks. This is so brilliant. Now he just kills them. And the coup de grace is that the scout takes out the KV. He's got almost 36,000 prestige. Okay. So that's me catching up with Armant, and I'm looking forward to his Kiev path. He's found some interesting little quirks on